I wrote these like 3-note piano songs, and Ghosts was one of them. And you know, I'd literally just play a note and it would untap what I was feeling, and it was really about the demise of a friendship. That song.
Do certain songs just pour out of you really quickly in a rush in response to an emotion or a situation or something that you've just experienced?
Yeah, they do. The lyrics sort of do. You just sort of, the whole thing in art, in any medium, I find, even in acting, is you have to be present and sort of surrender and get out of your own way a lot of the time. Remove intellect. You know, some people do write through intellect. I don't. I write through the cosmos. I don't know. Or like some intuitive thing. But Fantasy Bar was written, I just had gone to New York and I had a night out on the town, which I work kind of incessantly, so I went out and I was with a group of people who were like, no, we gotta go to the next bar. Let's go to the next place. Everything was like the next place. And you're like, really? We're just chasing our tail. We're chasing an illusion. And so I wrote this, and then Chris was playing this riff in my kitchen. I was making tea, and my first line was, come on, watch the models, putting on the makeup, because it was Fashion Week in New York that week. I just think that industry is pretty filthy. So that was a cynical. I mean, of all the industries, holy Toledo, that might win the prize.
And actually, coming off of that, one final question for this third song. Having worked in a lot of those different industries, you've worked, the visual and the musical, and a lot of those. You mentioned modeling being a sort of, kind of a strange industry. What is your reaction to working in the music industry, as opposed to the film industry, in terms of the emotions of it, or the stress of it, or the joy of it?
Well, my perspective is that of an independent artist, so where it's full-on hustle, you have to come up with the t-shirt designs. You have people who have their own talents and make things happen for you, but everything emanates from my decision-making and stuff. So, I don't have a major label, I don't have some big management conglomerate. So this only runs off my steam and the steam of those who are going with me on the journey. And so I find a lot of freedoms in it, because in a movie, it's a different medium. It's very technical. You need a different amount of people and crew. And so with music, I can dream up a song in my living room, record it in my friend's basement, and release it on the internet or play it live. That's an incredible freedom to have. And but you really got to work hard because there's so many bands. Right now, even we're touring. It's really hard to sell tickets, to get people out of their house, So, but I feel like as long as you have something strong to say and to give, then it's worth something. It's the second you stop creating and get complacent, it dies. Yeah.
I think if we have time, I think we're going to hear a third.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we were going to do a cover, but we could do something else. I wanted to introduce my band. Can I do that?
Absolutely.
Over here to my left is Yves Lelavier. He plays guitar, handles a lot of the solos. And then Troy Ziegler plays drums. He's pretty mind-blowing on a full kit. And then Shirley Toe plays bass. And then Chris Watson plays guitar as well. He's a great songwriter. What's wild about this new journey for me is this connection with me and Chris, because Chris has a completely different take of a quote-unquote rock riff. And that's what I love. His riffs are really odd and just totally unique. And so it was funny because when I started with the licks, I liked everything that was familiar to my ears. And now hence the title of the album, Terra Incognita, Unexplored Territory. That's what that means. I want what's unfamiliar, what feels unsafe a little bit, We were going to do a cover, but maybe you should do something else? I guess we'll do Suicide Dive Bomber.